Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome to today's Thursday night football picks. We crushed Monday Night Football, so for all you that tailed that and played with me, ton of fun. And also guys, I do have a Discord where I put out all these picks early. So just if you, in case lines move or something, you get into them right when I do. And also if you guys want to support your boy, you can make all these picks on the Sleeper app. There's no like browser version. You have to do it on the app. Use code Frosty and Sleeper. Whatever you deposit, they will go ahead and match if you use code Frosty. And then you can place this bet for free. With the money you deposit, they'll match your whatever you deposit, and you can just use that money to place this bet. And yeah, so I'm going to be showing you guys. I have 4 picks for this. You guys can run whatever combo you like. I'm probably going to run multiple different combinations of this, but I'm going to show you the 4 that I really like this week. And also like giving you guys the data. And again, join the Discord. But okay, so first off, favorite play we're going to start with right here. We're not going to overcomplicate it. Russell Wilson over 219.5. A lot of people think the Broncos suck because of Russell Wilson. He's actually been a top quarterback this year. Their defense sucks, which is kind of funny because going into the season, everyone was like, oh, the Broncos defense is good, but Russ is probably going to suck. It's actually the opposite. The big reason we're going with over 219, this line was initially at 229, has dropped down a ton. And I think Russ is going to cook this game. They always play really good against the Chiefs. They played good against the Chiefs last year. And, I mean, he's hit this over in 3 out of his last 5 games. Granted, I know a divisional opponent, he only threw 177 against Las Vegas. That game, he was horrible. The last 4 games, he's actually been really good. And if he was able to throw 196 against the Jets defense, Russ, 219, he's got it. And immediately going off of that, I like to pair it with a receiver that I think he likes throwing to. We're going to go Jerry Jeudy here. We're not going to take Jerry Jeudy over 52.5. You can take that if you want. Jerry Jeudy, his last 3 games has basically been around that like 50, 52. He had a big game with 81. What I like here are Jerry Jeudy over 4.5 receptions, okay? Jerry Jeudy, he's getting 5 to 7 targets a game each game this year so far. And receptions-wise, on the games he gets 5, he's only catching 3. I think they've been clicking better when they target Jerry Jeudy. Granted, the Miami game is kind of a wash because garbage time and whatnot, but I like Jerry Jeudy over 4.5 receptions here. If you want, you can take either realistically. I'm just going to take personally 4.5 receptions. I like that a lot more. 52.5 receiving yards is good as well. That's a great value just because I think I just think he's going to probably get 5 or 6 receptions this game. Russ is playing good. He's targeting Jeudy when he plays good. Kind of simplify it there for you guys. Moving on there. I like Isaiah Pacheco right here. This one's actually going to be maybe a little controversial. Isaiah Pacheco under 16.5 rushing attempts. So if we take a look here, the under right here is 16.5. He has hit that in 4 out of his last 5 games. The only game that he went ahead and went over was against the Jets in a 23-20 game. You guys remember that game. Mahomes was playing horrible that game. They should have probably realistically killed the Jets. And so 23-20 is not going to be like that. I see this game going a lot closer to the Minnesota game. And also consider that Kelsey is likely going to be out this game. And so a lot of people are going to go look at the Detroit game for comparison. Like, oh, Kelsey was out that game. He only got 8 carries, so the under hits. And I like the under. I know it's kind of confusing, but I like the under a ton. But also remember in this, Mahomes receivers dropped how many balls that game, and they still only went to Pacheco 8 times right here. So I expect this to be closer. Definitely not like the Bears game. Expect it like the Jacksonville-Minnesota game here. Pretty similar. Mahomes is going to throw it. Their receivers, KT, was playing a little bit better. So we're going to go Pacheco under 16.5. They're not going to be trying to stomp the ball to run timeout. And so, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the basics here. That's why I like it. And yeah, like 15 in a blowout game. It's not going to be a blowout game. And even if it is, he still hit the under. And then finally, the last play that I really like, and I kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier, if I'm going Pacheco under rushing attempts, then you pretty much have to take Mahomes over passing yards. I think they're going to be throwing this game. If we take a look at the history here, Mahomes in the last 5, in my opinion, and this might be controversial, not really, he definitely should have covered this line right here in the last 4 games. Again, against the Lions, his receivers were horrible, like horrible. And so he easily would have passed, what is this, 269? Like he would have, I think KT dropped like a 30-yard catch, like 10 times. So, yeah, I think he's going to go for over 300 this game, to be completely honest. And so, yeah, these are the 4 plays I really like for Thursday Night Football tonight or tomorrow, whenever you're watching this. Russell Wilson over 220, Jerry Jeudy over 4.5 receptions, Isaiah Pacheco under 16.5 rush attempts, and then Mahomes over 269. My favorite slips, I think it's going to be a good game. Broncos, Chiefs. I know a lot of people think like, oh, it's going to be mid. They usually play really well against each other, so this will be a fun game. And yeah, $20 turns into, what is it, 10 times? $200 here on PrizePicks. And I know a lot of people like to ask, why aren't you playing your own money, and why don't you logged in or whatever? In my state, PrizePicks is actually not, you can play it, it's just you can only do fantasy score. And I don't really like fantasy score plays, so I have to place all these on a book, and sadly I don't get the 10 times on these like you guys would. But again, use Sleeper as well. Sleeper has the same lines. Usually Sleeper actually has better lines, so try to get those, try to match those as much as you can. Sleeper, use code Frosty, whatever you deposit, it matches. You can place these bets with, have some fun Thursday night. But guys, thank you all so much. Appreciate the support recently. You guys have been showing so much love. And yeah, let's have a good Thursday night. We'll have the college football video out probably Friday. So yeah, hope you guys like it. I'll see you guys then. Peace.